100 children to do. This year the Queen Quet, one more again for Gullah Geechee Nation News. They up on Sol Legare of James Island, South Kakalaki, in the Gullah Geechee Nation. This year, the sesquicentennial of the U.S. Civil War, and this year, the year, the international year of people of African descent. So where else make a day at but paying homage to we ancestors there, to we people who be fight for we back of yonder where big troop is start down here. So 100 children, we want you for tuning in a Leeward with the 54th Mass, what they are, Sol Legare, James Island, Fort Gwine Cross, to Morris Island. 100 children know this year the what going on.
Idaho. I said, Lord, 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 Lord. I said, Lord, 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 Lord. I said, Lord, 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 Lord. You know, the Constitution of America clearly states,
yes, sir.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Yes, sir.
That all men are created equal.
Yes, sir.
And endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights.
Yes, sir.
That among these rights was life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, hell, they wasn't talking about me when they wrote that one.
No, sir.
Anyway. But my pursuit of happiness is the pursuit of freedom.
Yes, sir.
I know.
And I have been ordained to ensure that freedom becomes a reality for all. And I have no fear.
Yes, sir.
Ah, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes are seeing the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
I was born a slave. Daddy at that McLeod plantation on the shores of the Wapu, James Island, South Carolina. I had to escape. One night I thief a rowboat. I thiefed that rowboat and I rowed that rowboat down the Wapu to the Ashupukat River. From the Ashupukat River, I rowed it down to the Coombahi, beautiful South Carolina. There I met a Robert Small, who allowed me to work as a sailor on a steamboat going north to freedom. The work on the steamboat was backbreaking. Mother Nature didn't like anybody. Oh, but the pull of freedom was so strong.
So strong.
It was so sweet.
Sweet.
Up the Atlantic seaboard by boat, past North Carolina, Virginia, Philadelphia, New York, Connecticut, finally Boston. I made it. I was free. And I ain't never going back down there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Never. What I gonna do, Lord? My mammy, my pappy.
Hello.
My sister, my baba. They slaves, Lord. What I gonna do? You show me the way. Then old Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Then America decided she would let the Negro get in on the fight to help preserve this union. And to prove that we were a man. But hell, we were always men.
Yes, sir.
Weren't we? God
Yes, sir.
made us men. And that was established on the foundation of the world.
Yes, sir.
But when other men needed labor, they made us slaves. And then when they needed force, they made us soldiers. We're soldiers from the north.
Yes, sir.
The Massachusetts 54th Regiment. We're General Gilmore's Federal Army marched to James Island. James Island! To oppose General Pierre T.G. Beauregard's Confederate troops.
Yes, sir.
I remember there's a lot of places we camped and fought. I remember there's a long, narrow walkway that ran across the marsh to Coles Island, dating on the Big Folly River. A Johnny Red general named Johnson Hagan and his men tried to trap us by coming in on Sol Legare Island and cutting us off. But he was about to see something he never saw before. Blacks!
And blue!
And blue!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you remember the look on their faces when they saw that we were Negroes?
Scared to be Jesus out of them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is. But you know, God works in mysterious ways. His wonders to behold.
Yes, sir.
Now there was this soldier.
Who might that soldier be?
And he was truly that soldier of all. That'd be that Colonel Robert. Gullah. And maybe he was the first to die on that fateful day, July 18, 1863, during the assault of Battery Wagner. Now, his ma and his pa said Shaw should be buried with the soldiers. He ain't want no private burial. You see, Shaw was a white man. And for him to be buried with all them Negroes was unheard of. Johnny Red thought. He thought that would be the final act of disrespect, burying us in one big hole. Instead, it made him a martyr, a true American hero for eternity. And eternity lasts forever. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in that grave. And I'll go home to my Lord and be free. We'll be free. God bless America. Soldier, tell me how about you get here?
Well, I was come from Virginia. I was a slave down there on the Cunningham plantation. You know, I just remember, if you could believe this or not, you know, I just even remember a time or two on a plantation. We had a good old time one day on a Saturday. You know, old Master Cunningham would give the slaves some of the big part of the meat that the white man didn't want.
Yes, sir. It was good, too.
I remember we was down there, they had a fire going down there. And you know, I can't play it like my old pappy, but I remember my old pappy used to play something like this. Yeah. I remember my old pappy would be playing something like that there. We was having a good time that night until the old house Negro came down and said, Master Cunningham wanted little Lily. We all know when the master comes down to the bottom and he starts asking for a little Negro girl, we all know what's going to happen to her. Well, I remember my pappy and my uncle, they was trying to stop Master Cunningham from taking little Lily. But he took them anyway. I just remember the way my pappy did Master Cunningham and ran off into the woods. I remember Master Cunningham saying, go get that Negro boy. And I don't care if he comes back dead or alive.
Oh, that's good.
Well, when they came back the next morning, they was dragging my pappy behind the horse. My mammy yelled out, him neck broke. Pappy dead.
Don't let him drag.
I just remember thinking that this year would be the worst day of my life. But it wasn't. The worst day of my life was when I was in the big barn with my mammy and she was milking the cow and I was in the back playing with the baby goat. When the big door flew open and Master Cunningham came in there and said, nigga woman, where was you last night? I was called for you. Don't you know that when I call for you, you supposed to come to me? I was on everything here. I was on that cow you was milking. I was on the dirt you was standing on. And I was on you. I hear my mammy say, no, Master Cunningham. And I heard him going upside the head. I heard a slap. I was so scared I was in the back milking the little goat. I hear my mother say, no, Master Cunningham, no. No, I was so scared, I didn't know what to do. Finally, when he was done, he said, nigga woman, when I call for you, you's come to me.
Better come.
We can do this hard like this, yeah? Or we can do it the easy way. I hear my mammy crying when I came up there. She pulled herself together. She been laying in the head. She said, son, remember what your pappy said. No man should be in bondage.
No man.
You try to run to freedom. I just remember as I was growing up along my way, that's exactly what I did. I just remember when I first ran, I was been gone almost 5 days before the slave catcher caught me and they brought me back.
Yes, sir. What they do this?
Master Cunningham said to me, he said, "Nigga boy, you cost me plenty. I give you my name, and next thing I see you running off, costing me a lot of money. I had to go get the slave catchers to bring you back. I even lost a good horse chasing you down there in the soft sand."
Oh, it's a good horse.
So I was going to have to give you a whooping, but not just any whooping. I was going to give you a grand whooping. You see, on the Cunningham plantation, a grand whooping ain't when they tie it to the whooping post.
No, it ain't.
A grand whooping is when they're saying words hereabouts to the other plantation owners that they got all them uppity slaves and Negroes that think that they should have rights equal to the white man. Bring them here. Let them see what such a nigga gets.
Yes, sir.
Well, he tied me to the big barn. He stripped me down to my all together.
All together. Everything off.
He tied me to the side of the big barn and he began whipping me and whipping me and whipping me. I never knew how to count that high. When I come to, I was laying down there in the little house. My grandmammy and my auntie them, they was tending to my back. I hear tell them, I hear they say that old Master Cunningham doctor said that be one strong nigger boy there. I never seen a nigger boy take that kind of whooping and still drew breath.
Yes, sir.
My grandmammy them said they had to take my back, skin and fold it back up to my shoulder.
Oh my God.
It had already rolled all the way down. As I laid there in such pain, I knew I had to be free.
Had to be free.
I knew I was going to run again.
You're going to be free.
I laid there with my body in such pain, and I said, Lord, if you ever get me to be strong again, I was going to run.
You're going to run.
I was going to run, and I was going to run.
Run.
Because I was going to be a free man running than to be free as a slave.
No. I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in that grave.
That's right, sir. I remember that day. My body got better. Master Cunningham, he made me a coach boy. See, a coach boy take the missus to and fro different places. I just remember they was going to have a big fall ball. I knew that was going to be my time to run.
Getaway time.
It was going to be my time to run, because see, at a big fall ball, them plantation owners like to drink that elderberry wine.
Yes, sir.
Oh, when they get good in elderberry, that was going to be my time to run there, sir. Yes, sir. I just remember we went to that old plantation, and I hear that old music playing in the house. I took that old carriage, and I tied it upside that old barn, and I just began running. And I ran all night long, all night until the morning came. When the morning came, I climbed way up there on the tree.
Yes, sir.
I slept all day in the tree till the next night. Then I took off running again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I finally had to come to a river like that right there so behind me. And I swam and I swam. When I got up on the other side, I was laying right next to a gator. But you know that gator was running too, because the white man killed him as well.
Okay then.
Yes, sir. Me and him, he went that way, I went to
Canada.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I was running so hard, I finally came across another Negro. He says, I was running to freedom as well. He said, I see that there's posters around that said Negro Soldier War. I said, where that be? He said, that be up there in Boston. And we kept running together, and finally we stumbled into a camp like this here, where big old Buckra.
Big Buckra.
Big Buckra was sitting there. Said, nigga boy, what you want? I said, sir, I just want to be a soldier. I just want to fight for freedom. I just want to fight for change. He said, well, go ahead and sign right here. I signed my name on the paper. He been surprised to see a Negro could write. But I learned from Master Cunningham's son playing under the big house.
Yes, sir.
You know that was against the law then.
Yeah, to learn how to read and write.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's how I, Jack Cunningham, became a soldier of the Massachusetts 54th Regiment, Company I. Thank you very much.
Thank you.